What's up, gang? We're here back with another episode on the stand-up life. We got a very special guest in the building. If you guys never recognize this handsome face right here, it's Mr. Jon Nielsen, everybody. And like I think Steezy said it first,
Yes.
this term that we use, what he actually does, because it's hard to pinpoint what he does because he does almost everything. He did everything and he's got his hands everywhere.
Yeah.
But he called him the influencer's influencer.
That's a good title. That's a good title.
Which
That's
I think is perfect.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. But he got his hands in everything, and that's actually how I met him too. I think I first met you at my Irvine show. Yeah,
Yes, it's the first one I came to
a few years ago.
First one I came to.
Just
when you had the regular teeth. Before the fancies.
Yeah. He was there at day one.
Day one for sure. Yeah, ground floor.
That's right.
Ground floor.
Ground floor. Yeah. I remember you hit me up and I think you brought me some Jordans,
some
too,
J's,
some shoes.
like some J's, a little Aloha package, you know.
Yeah, giving
That's
me
how
all
we
kinds
roll.
of stuff. Like, who's this guy?
Yeah,
What is he
who's
trying
this?
to do?
What's the angle? Yeah.
But I kind of like knew you, so I even asked some people. Like I was close with like Leonard Peters.
Oh,
Tall of
Sheldon,
them.
all my guys, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So because
Those
I
are all the
seen that you
OGs.
was connected with them too, and then and they're like, oh yeah, John's cool, man. He's cool.
It's family.
Yeah.
Of course.
But in your bio, you call it lifestyle marketing.
Sure.
Right. And you have a marketing agency too?
Yeah. My college roommate and I, he was an Aquarius. I'm an Aries, so it was Aquarius.
Yeah.
So
I'm an Aquarius too.
Yeah, you see, there you go.
Yeah.
So we kind of did that. He's a DA and he's an attorney, so I kind of roll with the company and
Right.
kind of branded that into all different facets of the things that I do. So it's under an umbrella, but it's me.
Yeah.
You know, same thing.
Yeah. And you was with Boys to Men too?
Yeah, so I kind of got into this whole thing.
How did that start?
Well, basically it goes back to when I played professional football. I was my own marketing person. I sent out my press kits to all these different clothing brands. Fat Farm, Sean John, and then Mad Soul had a brand. So Mad Soul is actually Mark D'Amelio, you know, the big influencer now with his daughter and those things. So he had a company called Mad Soul. So those guys sent me packages. So I had all these contacts of clothing.
Yeah.
You know, during the reign of, you know, like all the heyday of all urban clothing.
Right.
So when I got done playing, I had this contact list and I was like, what do I do with this? Had a friend who knew Ricky Bell from New Edition, and I was right when, in about 2004, when Puffy signed him to Bad Boy.
Oh.
So Puffy signed him, got him out of their MCA contract, which was good, but he had no money for promotion.
Yeah.
So that was basically my internship. I got those guys, New Edition, clothes for the videos, the Jimmy Kimmel show, all these different things. I kind of just, that's how was my internship.
Yeah.
And then their PR girl at the time, a girl named Heidi, she got a call to do a Boys to Men photo shoot for Dub Magazine. So she's like, hey, do you want to work? I was like, cool. And that's when Boys to Men rebranded themselves as a three-man group.
Yeah.
A new management and everything. So I worked it. We did the photo shoot. They liked me. They're like, we got to find a way to work. And we're here almost 22 years later, and I'm still kind of helping them do some different things. Yeah, so it's kind of been a blessing. So it really started with New Edition, then it went into Boys to Men, and then now it's kind of just trickled into everything else. I managed Aaron Hall from Guy for a year. That was quite an experience. I got to write a book on that. But yeah, so the music side is kind of where I started, clothing, and then I was in the video game market for a long time.
Yeah,
and then,
the video game.
Yeah, so
what was
when I played?
Were you there before EA Sports?
Well, right when
I
it
love
started.
Madden.
So let me tell you how this started. So it's a whole other tangent. So basically, when I was playing professional football, all the off season, I would do commercial work. So through the commercial work, I got hired to work for Microsoft. That's
what
when
year? What year is this?
Oh man, this is probably late 90s, so it was like 97, 98 to like early 2000. So I basically
I was like
had
2 years old.
About 2, right? They don't date me too much. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I basically had a national commercial every year. So I supplemented my income pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Gatorade was probably my biggest hitter, probably made close to 200,000 on that for a half day's work, which is crazy. Wow. But so I kind of stayed in that, and then the video game thing came up. I worked for NFL Fever, right? That was Peyton Manning, so I did all his motions. So what happened was when I was playing Arena in 2000, I wasn't home when they were doing the casting call. So they're like, hey, do you have some friends? So I thought about it. Damn, if I got this contact, I might as well make a little money.
Yeah.
So I had like 4 or 5 guys I hired. So they paid me commission. Then I sent them a commission. So I was basically making 20% off every little gig I did. So it started with Microsoft with NFL
Yeah.
Fever. Then the guys.
What is NFL Fever? Is that a game?
That was a game that came out.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning was like the marquee guy for that.
And you said you did his.
I did all his motions.
So like
motion capture, all the black suit with the light bulbs.
So all like the 3-step drop
everything.
backs.
So everything you played in that was my motions for him.
How did they find you for that?
They had a casting call. We had to go for an audition.
Oh wow.
Yeah, then I was right when I was playing, so it was easy to do.
Yeah.
So there was a group of guys that were doing commercial work that were playing, and guys just got done playing college. So I started an agency, and then what happened is guys that were on that Microsoft team went to EA. So I worked on Madden for a long time. Probably like 5 or 6 years I sent them. So we would go up to EA Canada, the EAC they call it.
Yeah.
Shoot all the motion capture for all those different things. And then it kind of went all different ways. We did some stuff for TV shows and movies I supply guys for. So it came, I still have the agency, but I don't do much of that work anymore. But I still have all the guys. Like one of my friends that was at NBA 2K is the head of NCAA football now.
Hey, that's
so
interesting,
so I have all those video game relationships too.
Yeah,
so it's kind of crazy.
I got to hit you up to get free games then.
Yeah, well, now they just download. Right now they download stuff. I mean, I have archives of all the different games from the PS and the Xbox and all those different things.
Do you play Madden?
And I don't game.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
On purpose. It was strategic.
Yeah.
I knew, because that's how my personality is, right? So I don't gamble and I don't do video games.
Well, why not?
Because I would spend all my time doing that. You know what I mean? I would be obsessive compulsive, right?
Yeah.
So I would just do all those different things. But, I got them for my kids. We have all the different, the PS5s and all these different things. So I get all that stuff. I just don't personally play.
Yeah.
All my friends do. I just kind of like laugh and watch them.
Oh, that's interesting. Because I knew you mentioned to me earlier about the whole video game and all that, but I didn't know you actually was.
Oh, no. So I have all the relationships still. I know all the different people
and everything.
Yeah, I'll send you some pictures. I'm
so did you when you was imitating Peyton Manning? Did you purposely kind of like trying to?
You try to do
look
some
like
stuff.
him?
Yeah, you got to try to kind of pattern yourself. That's
like
the acting part of it.
Yeah,
like move the head.
Because I know you faster than him, right?
100%. Yeah, but I got to kind of look slow, make my head move slow. But I got some cool pictures of some graphics that translated from what I did to the actual video game, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, where'd you play? I know you played a little bit at with Oakland Raiders, right?
Yeah, it was my first
Where
2 years. 96, 97. I was a free agent with them. Quarterback. Yeah. And then 98, I went to Canada and Toronto in the CFL.
Wow.
Met Jon Jenkins, who was a big University of Houston.
What team in Canada?
Toronto, the Argonauts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Argos.
My dad played for the Edmonton Eskimos.
Yep. Now they changed the name. Eskimos is different now. It's kind of silly.
What is it?
Yeah,
Edmonton Elks? Or Elks?
Yeah, it's kind of the same. So it's spent 2 years, 98 and 2000. So I spent 2 different times there. So it was kind of funny. My first year there, the receiver, Pinball Clemens, and Paul Masadi were receivers. Then when I went back in 2001, Paul Masadi was a GM and Pinball was a head coach. So that was kind of a unique situation to have guys I was playing with that were now the front office and coaching. Yeah, so that was a little different. And then in between that, I played a little arena, played in like 3 different cities. I was in Iowa, New Jersey, New York, and then was in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
And I did that, and that's kind of where I hit my stride, set records, and, was the first quarterback, throw 11 touchdowns in a professional game for like 15 years.
11 touchdowns?
Yeah, and then someone broke it.
CFL?
Arena. It was a pro record. Yeah, pro record, right? You know what I mean? So it was. That was my.
What was do you remember what the score was that game?
I want to say it was like 86 to
86.
14. Yeah, it was something crazy.
Yeah,
it was something crazy.
And they just never take you out. They never put the backup.
Here's the best part. So I played for Jon Jenkins, University of Houston, Andre Ware, Heisman Trophy winner. So he was a run and shoot innovator.
Yeah.
So kind of 2 tangents. You have June, then you have Jon Jenkins. So Jenks was my guy. I played for him like 3 years of my career. That's my mentor, and that's my hoss.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, hoss. That's how he talks. So as I'm setting this record, as you know, arena, the coaches get to stay on the field. So I think my 3rd or 4th touchdown, the defensive coordinator said something to me, and I was like, oh, I'm finna set a record on you tonight. He's like, yeah, all right. So after that, every touchdown I threw, I kept putting my hands up.
Yeah.
So I got to 5.
Lost track already.
I got to 5, and then he comes to me at halftime. He goes, you only 5. He goes, the record's 11. I said, oh, second half, I went nuts.
Yeah.
So I got a cattle call when I threw 11. Everybody, we had like 17,000. We led all of arena in attendance. So it was pretty crazy to play in that.
Yeah,
so
11 touchdowns.
11 touchdowns. So check it out. We get the ball back with 30 seconds left. We're like on our 3. I get a safety called on me. We're trying to throw. And the coach is like, what are you doing? Why are you throwing the ball? I was like, Coach, you got to love him. He's trying to get me 12. So that's what I mean. So he was trying to let me get a record that probably would have stood for a long time.
Yeah.
So you got to love that. So shout out to Jenks. Thank you, Hoss.
Yeah. So someone broke the 11?
Yeah, someone did. Someone broke it, when they had arena still playing. And, kind of cool, but I had it for a long time.
Yeah, that's just,
Yeah.
And you're stirring up the numbers every time.
Every time.
So what did you do when you hit 11? Did you go like this?
Put the double ones.
Double ones.
Double ones, baby. Shot the guns at them. I have a picture of that too. It's kind of cool. They got a cattle call. He brought me out, and yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So football was always
football was there. So football was there.
That's
so
how
I
you
was,
started.
but I was always a guy that even when I did football, I had so much free time. That was part of my DNA that I would go and do. Like I was a locker room lawyer, right? I'd go talk to the coaches, to the admin, to the owners. So I was like the bridge between the players and management. So I would go do radio, and I would go do all these different things marketing wise. So I was like, this is what I do normally.
Yeah.
So it was kind of easy transition. And a couple times, playing with my agents that I've had were like, you got to be a lawyer. So I studied, took my LSAT. That was probably the worst test ever. I got accepted to go to law school, deferred it for 2 years and never went.
Oh, you wanted to be a lawyer?
Yeah, I was going to be, and then that's when I started working with Boys to Men and doing different things. And I was kind of like, do I want to put this on hold for 3 years, or am I going to roll with it? So I rolled with what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I hire great attorneys. So I mean, I'm still playing quarterback with what I do. When I need legal counsel, I have my guys that I could
that's
handle
pretty
business.
much. The new name should be the quarterback of influencers.
The quarterback, I'm still running. And again, it's the run and shoot lifestyle, right? Because again, you got to adjust, right? Like things aren't always going to happen certain ways. So it's how you react and how you navigate through it. Life throws you curveballs, and that's how you respond to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, just to go back in time, like before football and all that, like you grew up in
California. Grew up in Cerritos,
Cerritos, yeah. And you still out there today?
Yeah, still out there today. Yeah. The house I grew up in is like 3 miles away from where I am.
Right.
So basically, I have 3 older brothers, and there's a 10-year gap between the youngest one and myself. So I was basically like an only child growing up. And my dad had me playing all these different sports, and he was a banker. He was a cop first.
Yeah.
Then he got hurt on the job before I was even born.
Right.
So then I just knew him as a banker for Union Bank. But he spent time and tried to coach me in certain things in different sports. So I kind of played sports, but with no end goal. I just happened to be pretty good in everything I did.
What was your dream as a kid? Is it what you do now, or?
I don't know. I still don't even know what I want to do now. It's kind of one of those things. I just know that I kept playing football, and I was good and played quarterback. And I just know I go to quarterback camps, and everybody expect Jon Nielsen to be blonde hair, blue eyes, and here I am.
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny. So my friend,
did you bleach your hair recently?
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah.
Shout out Jocelyn. My girl Joss hooked this up.
Oh,
Well,
at what salon?
Salon Blanc, right over there. It's right down close to here where we're filming. Yeah. She did a little touch up yesterday for me. Yeah. So it's she did that. But here's a good story with going back to the sports. There was no one looked like me. My friend Scott Hummermer and I would always watch the UH games. Yeah. Late at night on Fox Sports.
And you just is there a reason why you were UH fans?
Well, because my best friend was from Maui.
From Maui,
obviously,
okay.
So he's from Maui. I was at his house all the time.
Yeah.
So we're watching, and then there's Garrett Gabriel.
Yeah.
Looked like me in a helmet. I was like, oh wow, that's me in a helmet.
Is that Dylan Gabriel's dad?
Yeah. So check this out. So funny story with this. So Garrett was a big influence because he was the only one that looked like me. So everywhere I kind of went, I said, when I have a kid, I want to name my kid Garrett. Well, fast forward to when I did get married and had kids, we kept the J's in the family. Yeah. So I was like, what do I do? So Garrett became Jarrett. Yeah. Oh. And then, recently, probably the last 4 or 5 years, I actually helped Dylan do a bunch of different things. And it's kind of funny to be able to tell Garrett why JJ's named Jarrett. Yeah. So it does have a UH Hawaii tie with someone that looked like me playing. So again, you never know where inspiration comes from, but I never...
Was he number 8 too, Garrett?
No, he didn't wear 8. 8 came from me because I played like Steve Young did. Yeah. So I wore 7 early in high school.
Because Dylan Gabriel's 8 too.
Well, he wore 8 when he didn't start with 8. Yeah. He wore 8 when he was at Oklahoma, and then he went to Oregon with Marcus. Yeah. So with all those different things. So it's kind of a crazy tangent that, we have text chains with both Marcus and Dylan, when JJ's wears 8, send them pictures and videos, so we send a little 8-ball emoji. Yeah. It's the 8-ball emoji, so it's kind of cool to have that.
And JJ, your son, he's at University of Hawaii.
He's at UH, two-sport. Yeah. Hasn't been done since Nate Jackson did it back in 2001, so it's been 24 years since someone's done that. So it's kind of a unique situation, a daunting task. Yesterday, the baseball game didn't get over till 11, so he didn't go to bed till like midnight, and then he was up at 5 a.m. for spring practice today. So
it's a grind.
So he's doing 2 things. What most kids do in college is doing double that, plus he's going to class.
Yeah.
And
what do you think he loves more, football or baseball?
Whatever he's doing. So whatever you ask him at that time is what he does. And it's kind of crazy to see because, you kind of sit back and certain times in an athlete's career, they do one thing better than the other. And that's kind of where things shift to. I still don't know where this thing goes.
Right.
Because he does certain things and I'm like, not just because he's my kid. I'm just telling you objectively, like, he just does different things.
Yeah.
And, so it's a very unique situation, exciting time. So, and again, it's uncharted waters for both programs because they haven't had someone do it. So it's...
And he got number 8 at
UH,
so
he's wearing 8 with both. Yeah, you can see. I
know it's hard to get the single digits when I was there.
Single digits, yeah. Yeah.
That's great that they gave it to him, though.
So it's been a blessing to be able to kind of do some things like that.
Yeah.
And again, so my nephew that played here too, my nephew Corey.
Yeah, so Corey, posted a picture. I thought that was your brother or something.
No, well, so my older brother had a bunch of kids, and then my brother was a chiropractor in Thailand, so he stayed there most of the time.
Nielsen.
Corey. So I pretty much raised the kids, and they were all quarterbacks, set records and that. So Corey was the first one to play the UH, yeah.
What year was this?
When McMacken, so it was probably 2009 was his first year. So it was when McMacken was here and Rollo came back.
Oh,
so Rollo came back,
Yeah.
So Rollo came back. He wore 8 because I wore 8. So it's kind of a legacy number here. So 8 is kind of like, that's our family number.
Yeah, that's great. You guys making a full circle.
Yeah, first circle. So there's a couple of pictures I posted from Corey in spring football and JJ in spring football. Same place.
They look
Similar, yeah. So it's kind of cool to have that.
Yeah.
It's another little side story with that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
When was the point in your life where you kind of turned more towards like the marketing side and get more serious with that?
You know what?
All after football though, right?
Yeah, well, he was doing during football. I mean, I think it's a relationships, right?
Yeah.
Life is relationships, and it's what you do. Obviously, we're friends, and you know,
that's crazy how you're connected to everybody.
Yeah, because,
every name I bring up, you
but
bring up
here's
a story
the deal:
too.
if I wasn't a good person and didn't give good advice and do good work, people wouldn't do those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you could run my name through a bunch of different people, and you're going to come back a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's really, you're only as good as your word. Right. Follow through, and all these different things matter in life. And I think when you attach yourself with solid people, good things come back to you. You know, I saw your rise early, and blessed to be able to help and advise and throw some things your way, because I've been through those things, in the comedy circle with Joe Coy, Kevin Hart, and all those different things. So I've kind of seen how those things go,
right.
And it's kind of dope to see you kind of hit that wave and ride this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's fun for me to see that.
Yeah, you seen all the
so
blueprint, I guess,
even goes back to when I was doing all the marketing product placement stuff. I saw Russell Peters at a show.
Yeah,
because everybody knew Russell Peters. He was like the first kind of Asian guy doing stuff that was funny.
Yeah,
so I got to see
the non-white or non-black.
Yeah. So he was doing the Indian stuff, and so I went to one of his shows, and it was Russell Peters and friends. Joe Coy did a set, and it was hilarious. Like, he did this thing where he was hanging people were road rage.
What
he was
year?
Jumping
what
on
year
top.
Is this?
Man, I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head. But
probably early 2000s.
Yeah, so they did a show. It was literally at the pond, the Honda Center in Orange County. I hit him after because he was selling his own merch. Mm-hmm. Nobody was buying. He was selling his own merch at the back. Told him I'd hit him. Told him I'd give him some Jordans because he's a shoe guy.
Yeah.
So I basically, one of my best friends is Reggie Saunders, who's entertainment director of the Jordan brand. So I've known Reggie 24 years.
Yeah.
And it's family.
Yeah, he's a big name.
So I was like, Reg, could we hook up Joe? He's like, yeah, sure. So his guy that did the ordering was a guy named Mark Chan, who was Filipino. So he loved Joe Coy. So we sent packages out.
Yeah.
So Joe got all the heat, just like we had with Boyz II Men. So Joe was getting all the flow, and then I would go to Chelsea lately because they always did the Chelsea show. Mm-hmm. It was Joe was on there, and then I got to meet Kevin. This is when Kevin was still doing that. So everybody's on kind of like the even plane. They were doing Chelsea, and no one really blew up yet. And then my guy Reggie had another guy came over named Trey that did that, and he liked Kevin Hart. So Kevin started getting some Jordans. Uh-huh. Then that kind of whole thing turned into Kevin got he was Agent Zero for a commercial with Jordan Brand.
Yeah.
Literally, he got a commercial with that. Then he got a Toyota commercial, and then Kevin Hart blew up to where Kevin Hart's Kevin Hart now. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of dope to be around that, to see how they started with everybody was doing Chelsea show, and I knew the handler there, so I go and watch the tapings and drop stuff off.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool to do that, and then how everything just kind of
never know
spearheaded. You never know. So I've seen all the different guys, and it's been the improv people and all these different things. It's a very small community.
It is, and Yeah, it all starts off with Jordans, I guess. That's how you started.
Yeah,
with
well,
me
that's
too.
that's that's the association with that. Even with like Shane Victorino and Jeremy Guthrie and all these different things, it was all through sneakers.
Right.
So I got to see the World Series 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
With Shane in 23 when Colton was a rookie, before Colton's mom passed. That was the first one I got to go to. So Reggie and I got to go see Game 1 and 2 with Shane.
Yeah.
And then the next year, Jeremy Guthrie, the Royals were in the World Series back-to-back years. So I got to be a part of a stretch from 13, 14, 15 to go to back-to-back World Series and kind of see how that whole thing was. Wow. And everything is based off of Hawaiian shoes.
Yeah. Oh,
you know
really?
what I mean? Yeah, because Shane's from here and Jeremy's mom grew up in Kailua.
Yeah.
He still's got the house out here too, so it's kind of
right.
That's in the Jordans.
Yeah, everything's networking. I mean, that's how you build relationships. Like
100%.
It's true when they say you gotta network around. Like that's how you make.
Yeah, I mean, it's not who you know, it's whom. It's the plural version of that, right?
And I'm sure you was around, like you told me before, like all these parties and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and Hollywood parties.
Oh, I didn't go to any Diddy parties.
You didn't go to Diddy parties.
I heard about them, but I didn't go to Diddy parties.
Yeah.
They were, you heard that was a Diddy and the Shaq were the ones. They were the ones throwing the yacht parties. I said
shout out to Aloha Hour.
Yeah, Aloha Hour. Those guys, Jon and
well.
Steezy. Yeah, it's kind of, we're doing those things. And here's the thing.
Yeah, you mind sharing the story about your intel on the Diddy parties?
I'll tell you about this. Here's how Hollywood operates, right?
Yeah.
It's an unspoken rule when you walk into a hotel lobby, not to acknowledge or talk to somebody unless you kind of get the green light with the nod, because you never know what people are doing. We're talking about the Peninsula and in Beverly Hills.
You get the nod from
so here's the deal. So you go and look. So, you see some of your dudes, they may be talking to somebody, but you want to go, hey, what's up? But it's like, they're acting like they don't know you. So it's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other stuff, So here's what I never talked about. I have a friend that kind of does some different things. He needs to write a book, but it's kind of like he does some.
Do we have a name, or we can't mention the name?
No names.
No names.
But it's kind of like gay for play. Straight guys that do other stuff.
Gay for play.
Yeah. I mean, I got so there's certain things that with certain entertainers that I know they dabble on the other side, right? Because I've seen. Because I know people who run security detail for other people, and I'm like, hey, you see so-and-so? They're like, yeah. So when so-and-so went here, 5 minutes later, so-and-so went back to the bungalow, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like, oh. So, I mean, it's one of those things where Hollywood's very different, and, what you hear, it's probably way worse, but then if you're not in that circle, then it doesn't really matter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But there's all kind of stuff. But, I mean, there's certain etiquette, like when you see people around, like, hey, what's up? Otherwise, like, okay, they'll hit you later, talking about business or whatever they're doing, that's on them.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
But that's the lobby. That's how the etiquette for hotel lobbies and the bar and those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the story with the guy?
Which one?
The one you said
man,
you had
it was they're just bunch of Hollywood people that are
that you'd never expect.
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah. So it's happens.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, with all that money and fame, like at a certain
the
point
you run with certain you get bored.
Yeah, you get bored. Yeah.
I'm not bored. I'm like, but I mean that's yeah. I haven't hit that point yet, right? You haven't hit that point yet. It's everybody. I guess I don't know. You hear the stories, but I mean I don't know.
Yeah. So you think Diddy's guilty? Like he did all those
there's
things?
some stuff there. There's some.
Like you think he's going down with all the evidence and everything?
I don't know. Because again, it's not what you know, it's what you could prove, right?
Yeah.
So it's what you could prove, and then I'm sure if he's got intel on all kind of other stuff, which I'm sure he does, then he's going to cut deals. You know what I mean? So whether or not he does time or not, or stays doing stuff, I don't know. Like I said, I have no faith in how that stuff works. I don't even pay attention to that. But the politics now, it's what you think should be right never happens. Does that make sense?
I think more names are going to come down.
Oh, 100%.
Too.
Yeah, there's just, same thing with Epstein Island, the people that were going over there.
Yeah.
Like that, those logs don't come out. I mean, it's...
But they keep saying they released the list, but I never seen the list. No one...
No.
Yeah.
It's all smoke and mirrors, trying to keep you distracted from what's really going on.
I didn't know, because you said on the other podcast, I didn't know Shaq was involved a lot too.
He would throw parties. Like Shaq threw parties. Back in his heyday, Shaq threw parties.
Yeah.
And it was like, you going to Shaq's party? I was like, nah, And then he would throw the yacht parties, and everyone always had the baddest girls go there.
You remember the video I sent you of Shaq playing with Michael Blackson's nipple?
Oh yeah.
I was like, that was.
Hey, like I said, I can only tell you what I know, what I hear. I mean, I like I said, I didn't go, so I don't know. But I just know that my guys went, and there's a bunch of girls and there's a bunch of guys, and there's how everything gets passed around that's how that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's something for everybody out there if you look.
Yeah, it's wild.
I like to stay vanilla.
Anybody like that in like the Hawaii scene you know about?
No. I mean, not that I've heard of.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Unless you're talking about the Disney actor, I don't know.
The Disney actor?
No, I'm teasing you. No, I don't know anybody that's.
Yeah.
There's no gossip. No gossip.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, that's great that you always stay connected to Hawaii somehow.
Yeah, it's always been that way. It's
And you've been here for like over a month.
For me,
too.
I was here a month, and then I was home. I was home because I have 2 kids that are in college.
Yeah.
Right. And it's kind of rare. We have 2 Division I athletes in the family. So my daughter.
Yeah, your daughter was
so my daughter played her
Hawaii.
freshman year here at Hawaii UH softball, and then
Yeah.
she transfers. She's at Northridge. This is her junior year. So
She didn't like it here?
she's home. She's home. She got homesick.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of deals with those things different, right? I mean, she had a great support staff out here with all the family and friends. Shout out to the Torres family, Richie and those guys. She just she's a homebody.
Yeah.
So even when she's back home in Northridge, she'll come home even if it's for a couple hours, do laundry.
So she lives at home right now? Or
No,
she
she's at the house in Northridge with a couple softball girls.
And how far is that from?
It's like an hour and some change to get back.
Not too
yeah,
bad,
so she likes to come
Can
back
always-
homebody, see my nephew's dog or Hashi or Boxer, and then go back. So for her, it's more of a mental health thing. Mental
usually
peace.
it's the opposite. Like when
They wanna
people
get away.
when people come to Hawaii, they stay here and they don't.
Yeah, no,
they end up living here.
but that's
I know
what you
so
think.
much guys from
Right.
college.
That's what you
they come here
think.
for school and then they end up not leaving.
Yeah,
They stay
yeah.
here.
It's kind of the reverse. A little different, right?
Yeah.
So she does that, and then so I go back. I got to watch her opening weekend, and then I came back here for JJ's opening weekend with baseball. So it's kind of cool to be able to go back and forth.
Yeah.
It's a unique situation I'm in because I spent so much time training them and coaching them from a youth all the way to all the way till now.
You set them up right too.
Yeah. So it's a little different. It was never daddy ball with me.
Yeah.
You know who my kid is on the team because they're the ones that are getting chewed out and coached the most. Because I was kind of the crazy dad when we're doing stuff. Because I told them once I saw the athletic ability, what you guys could do, then I knew where the bar was going to get set.
Would you train them hard like in the off season? And
Oh yeah, we do.
like,
I mean, yeah.
were you one of those dads like Tiger Woods' dads? Or,
Yeah,
or
very much.
Mantai's dad.
Very much the same way.
Oh really?
100%.
Always
The
hard on them.
Marinovich dad. Because
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
you see something and you want to push them to see where it could take them.
Yeah.
I don't know where the academic side came in too. My daughter was really smart. JJ was 4.0.
Did you never get that from you?
Nah. I was good. You know what I mean? But again, it's like, why do you hold us to that standard? I was like, listen, once you showed you could do it, now you set the bar, so now I'm going to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
Same thing with the sports. Once I knew you could do certain things, I'm going to push you to see where that goes. And it's been a fun process. And again, it's a little different. Just because I know the difference between the haves and have-not, the people that make it and don't. It's not the physical, it's the mental. So I always say the bar is your physical bar and your mental bar.
Yep.
Most people have the physical here and the mental never gets up, so they never gets there.
Yeah.
So when the physical's real good and the mental's really good, that's when you have greatness, right?
Yeah.
Because there's some people that are physically here, but they're mentally here, and they get away with it.
Yeah,
This means more, right? So it's that balance. Those things collide.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. It's
Yeah,
good
most
in a good way.
Like huge successful athletes are like geniuses,
Yeah.
They're mentally.
Because again, it's discipline.
Yeah.
It's doing the things you don't want to do over and over again.
Yeah.
Because you just can't just show up and play. At some point, it's going
Right.
to catch up to you, right?
Yeah.
Just like if you don't work on your craft and you just think I'm just going to wing it all the time, yeah, it's going to work, but at some point it's not.
Just
You know
true.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like you always have to learn and perfect certain things, and however people process things, you know who you are.
Yeah.
You have to figure out what I have to do to keep pushing the envelope and pushing the edge and keep people entertained in those things.
Yeah, got to be
So
a
so there's
student
certain
of the
things
game.
that are doesn't matter what you do in life, sports, comedy, entertainment, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
The good ones have a certain level of discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
thing to think that.
Yeah.
What's next for you now? Are you going to go back to coaching or
No,
Or- you going to move here to Hawaii?
Be out here a lot more. And what's good because I get to actually expand the things that I do here more, with doing the YK water stuff and, picking up some more people.
Yeah,
that
YK,
kinda-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to YK.
Yeah.
It's actually through Jon too.
Yeah, long time. So that's why all your shows. I mean, you've been great. Every show you have, that's like the thing to do. And now you see other comedians putting different bottles and different things out there too. So it's kind of cool to kind of set a trend.
We could talk about YK too. How did you get into that?
So basically,
that
it's their company's in Hilo. So they reached out maybe like 6 years ago to me through Colton, because Colton's from Hilo. And they're like, hey, do you want to do some stuff? So they sent some water, and then it kind of lasted a little bit, then it went away. Then it was like a couple-year lapse, and then when the new management came in, they hit us up, and we just started doing things real proactive.
Oh, there's the management that's now.
The owner was the same. The owner was the same.
Okay.
But it just the different people, the team of people got assembled differently. So the first one's kind of like, it was kind of whatever, and then when it came back the second time, it was super aggressive and like really good.
Yeah.
So what happened was we started doing stuff, and then I started bringing my other guys into it. Next thing you know, like Shane, Colton, Kirby, Marcus. We got Aaron Judge. All were equity investors in that now. So it's actually got Hawaiian money invested in the brand. So that's kind of fun for me to kind of put my stamp on the water and help grow the brand with the influencers we bring in, the people that we do some work with.
Yeah, it definitely blew up. Like I see it everywhere now. We got, like even when I'm in
7-Eleven's having all the different stores out here. Costco, Sam's Club.
Even when we were in Salt Lake City a few weeks ago,
convenience stores,
the convenience store had them.
Yep.
Even at we went to Ross there too.
Ross carries it. Ross carries it.
Yeah.
Ross carries it.
They're spreading like wildfire.
No, it's good. I mean, so it's.
How does that work though? Like, do you because you're on the marketing side for like let's say a convenience store in Salt Lake City, Utah. How do you get them the water? Do you have to?
We have a sales department that does all that stuff. So basically, the sales goes out there and they get all the different accounts, and what we do is we kind of just market it, supply content, so they're hyper aware of certain things in certain regions and all those things. So it really works hand in hand with sales and marketing. Because again, the lifeblood of a company is sales. Mm-hmm. If you don't have sales, you could do all the fun things marketing wise, but it doesn't have success. And I've seen that with a bunch of different brands. Right. Because I've helped, one of my things that I'm really good at is help to start upstarts get into an entry into the market. Yeah. So if you could have a great product and no sales, it doesn't matter. And if you have great sales and a bad product, it doesn't matter. Does that make sense? Yeah. Oh, you look at Beats. I don't know knock on them, but when they first came out, Monster Sound, Monster Cable, they were the ones that made it. So it was super good quality. But then they took the marketing to another level, and they made the components cheaper. So they basically branded the B. They branded that so well, it didn't matter what the quality was. They break in 3 months, you get a new one. So they sold it to where you want the logo.
So you think branding and marketing is more important than product?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
We see it in all these.
It's a plus if the product is good, too. But if your marketing and branding is on point, it goes. Yeah. I mean, look at Lululemon, all these different things. Right. It's the logo.
Yeah, it's the logo.
It's the logo. There's a lot of products that might be better, but
I'm trying to start my own clothing brand, too.
It's the logo.
But I'll probably talk to you about it. But I think so, too. Like, the main thing is marketing and...
Oh, it's marketing. It's who you associate with. It's how you want to enter the marketplace. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's...
Because all these products are all bought from the same place in China,
Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them are. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just you go to Alibaba and it's like, oh
Alibaba,
wow.
But they don't want to tell you they're manufacturing.
And it's all sourcing too. That's the thing too. That's a secret, right? When people have certain patterns and certain things they do. That's why the sneaker culture. There's people that run Nike and Jordan for certain hours. When they go offline, people go and run more. Yeah. With the same quality, same everything. Right. So it's kind of hard quality control with some of that stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, because I've been brainstorming some brands a brand that I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a lifestyle, right? Yeah. So people that follow you want to have your lifestyle, so they want to wear a Tumua shirt or hat or you know what I mean, whatever you want to do.
Not with my name though. I'll probably name
you don't have to, but if you wear it, then that's kind of like okay, cool. Yeah. The athleisure space is super dope now. So I mean, there's a lot of people just doing a lot of athleisure stuff you could work out and stuff you could wear.
Yeah, that's what I like too, or even like streetwear too. Yeah. Yeah. But there's always like room for that here in Hawaii too. I feel like the Hawaii people they love that.
Yeah, there's the brands, and I've worked with a lot of them through the years. So I mean, everybody kind of has their following, their space, and kind of what people they curate to, and then it's been a fun process being on to help some of those guys too. Mm-hmm.
No, that's great. So going back to what is your next steps now?
I don't know.
Sorry to cut you off with the white
Yeah.
kale thing.
Oh, no. Like I said, just helping YK grow presence out here. It's easy now because I'm here.
Yeah.
I could go drop cases where I usually have people come pick them up. Like,
So what is your position with white kale?
I do like, I guess it's help with some partnerships.
Yeah.
Do entertainment,
So just
sports
marketing then?
Yeah. But it's all inclusive, right? It's certain opportunities come up with an investment, I slide it over. So it's not like,
Right.
it's almost like that Michael Clayton movie where it was George Clooney. He's the bag man for his agency. He's on the books, but he doesn't really have a title. He just fixes things. He's the fixer, right?
Yeah.
So
What movie is that?
I think it's called Michael Clayton. It's an attorney movie, but he worked at a firm, and so it's kind of one of those things where I do so many different things. So it's kind of a fun. I don't really have one specific thing, so I get to float around and kind of just.
Kind of like what you do now with everything.
Oh, it's the same thing. So if somebody comes in, like when Manti was here, we got him hooked up. He gets water, all those things. So whenever people come on island, or we do different events, I kind of put them with our team and the opportunity.
That's great. So you're probably just gonna stick with that and
do that stuff. Yeah, that's the fun stuff.
You don't think you go back to coaching?
Probably not. I mean,
because their last coaching job was your
I was a head coach. I was the head coach. Yeah, I got to coach my son, so that was fun. Got to bring a lot of guys up with me that wanted to kind of give back, and it's coaching's a grind, man.
I wanted to be a coach.
I missed that window a long time ago that I could have. By this time I probably would have been an NFL head coach for sure.
Yeah.
If I had got into coaching right when I got done playing. Because I could have been a GA.
Yeah, you gotta
work yourself up. Yeah, you gotta grind, man. It's grimy. Like it's low level money to put in long hours to get that. So I liked what I do is I advise. So I advise some coaches. I advise players. I advise different people in recruiting.
Yeah.
I kind of help facilitate people. Kind of So I have my hand in all different kind of things. People ask for advice on different things. I know people. I connect people. I like to do things with people that are good people, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of bad people do it in a lot of industries, do a lot of things the wrong way.
Yeah.
So really, if you do things the Pono way, it's good.
It comes back to you.
Well, then your reputation, right? So someone doesn't know you, like, oh, I know who he is.
Yep.
So many MLB guys are like, oh, you're Wong's guy. Yeah, I'm Wong's guy.
Yeah.
It's because they see it.
Yeah. Yeah, being nice and being a good person comes a long way.
Yeah,
and
but then at the same time, too, and you probably get it, too, don't mistake my aloha for weakness.
Yeah.
A little different, right? People will think that, oh, yeah.
Oh, he's too nice.
No. You got to understand,
everything.
There's a demon inside. Like, I didn't get to where I got to because I was nice. I got to where I got to because I was cutthroat.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of things that I teach my kids is no one's going to give you anything. You got to take what you want, right? Take what you want or somebody else is going to take it.
Yeah.
So when the opportunity is ready, you better be ready. Because opportunity is going to be there. It's whether or not you capitalize on that, right?
Yeah.
So I pride myself on, when I was coming up playing quarterback, I got dudes cut that played at Miami, Florida. We're all in the same room and they got to see me throw. So I was like, oh, watch this. You're not going to outwork me. You're not, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for me, it was easy to mentally turn that on and how I train, things I use for motivation. Those are the things I try to pass on to my kids. Because again, it's the mental part of it, right? No one's going to hand you anything. No one's going to give you anything.
Yep.
It's what do I know my self-worth is and what do I want to take?
Yeah.
Like what's mine, I'm going to go get what's mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. That's true.
So again, but with life, with opportunity, right? You do certain things in life to get an opportunity.
Uh-huh.
And you want your kids to do better than you did, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, everybody I've come across in life, I'm going to use those relationships to help my kids do whatever they want to do in life.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you earn when you do things the right way.
Got to.
You know what I mean? Because if you were not a good person, it's like the same thing. On your rise up, you better be nice to everybody in the building.
Yeah.
Because at some point, you're going to come down, right? So, I always made it a point to know the janitors, the people that work the door, because those are the people that actually run things.
Yeah.
It's not the people up here in the building. It's the people that are lower.
Yeah.
So when you're
and
nice
in the future,
to them,
they're gonna be...
if you're nice to them, they take care of you, right?
Yeah.
The guys that parks your car, the guys that opens the doors for you, the security guys.
Yeah.
Know them and good things happen.
Yeah.
Like don't big time them, right? Because a lot of people do.
Right.
No,
that's all. That's the great way to look at it.
Well, you're good at that too, because again, you sign autographs and take pictures after every show, no matter how long it takes. I'm like, dude, we got to get out of here. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, you sign and then you got to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, you will wait till everybody's gone. That's one of the things I respected because you will wait. So there's really no backstage pass because you're in front of the stage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your backstage is boring because you're not in the back.
Yeah.
You're in the front signing autographs and taking pictures. So that's kind of a lost art with people that do,
Yeah, you got to. I mean, like that's how I look at it. Like those fans got me to where I am today.
Sure, they're the ones that are paying to come see your show.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So I mean,
obviously, like the bigger shows, like the arena, I can't
can't do everybody, but you know what I mean. You're accessible.
Yeah,
you're accessible. You know, and certain people get to a point they sell that.
Yeah.
You know, the groups, they sell those backstage experiences. You know, sound checks and different things. You know.
Right.
Yeah. At some point you'll be able to have some kind of a, fly away. Tumua contest, we'll go fly away hotel, all that sort of different stuff.
Maybe.
Work on getting thought the first pitch, maybe here or there, get your arm ready, some of the fun things you kind of do once, Yeah. So it's fun. Like I said, for you, just watching you and the success you're having and, your star rising and all those different things kind of fun to see.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for always supporting me and helping me network with other people.
Yeah, and again, it's good people, to run things past people because sometimes people have different angles and weird agendas, and it's like I don't necessarily know.
Yeah,
because it's about growth.
Yeah,
surround yourself with good people, a good team of people, then things work out.
Yep, be a good person.
That's the thing.
Network around.
Yeah,
don't be too nice.
Well, you can be nice, but then some people think that nice is weakness. You know what I mean? And that's
like if there's obviously if someone's not. Or someone's taking advantage of you, you got to say something. Or
sure. But it's kind of hard when you don't know when they're doing it.
Yeah. And
you don't know when they are. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Take advantage of every opportunity. I just watched the. Have you ever watched The Founder before that movie? Mm-mm. It's how McDonald's was kind of.
Oh, I saw some of that with they're talking about that when. Basically, it's not even a food place. It's a property management company. They're a real estate company. That one you're talking about?
Yeah.
I saw that.
It's basically the two main guys who created McDonald's. They weren't really doing anything. I mean, they had just had one location that was like the best, and they didn't want to expand. Then this other guy came in.
And he saw it like, you know what?
Pretty much stole McDonald's from them, changed the name and everything to McDonald's Corporation.
Sure.
Wrote it under him in contract.
But the best thing was, we're not selling hamburgers. We're going to buy real estate and we're going to own real estate. So they're one of the biggest real estate owners in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Great movie. It's on Netflix now. You can check it out.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, Nike, with Phil Knight, he's quoted as saying that, if we were going to be in the apparel business and sell things, we're going to go out of business. What we have to do is tell a story.
Yeah.
So what Nike's the best at is telling stories. Mm-hmm. Every campaign, everything you see, Nike and Jordan brand, they have the best storytellers.
Yeah.
So you tell a story, because again, everybody sells product, right?
Right.
Not a big deal. It's the story you tell to buy that product.
Yeah.
So again, it's the good brands are the storytellers.
That's true.
And you're a storyteller yourself. So I mean, that's why you tell stories when you're on stage. You're telling a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think your best gift is your riff, right?
Yeah.
Like you do. Everybody has their stuff, and then it's when you go off cuff and you.
Yeah.
That's special, right? That's not everybody could do that.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy.
Yeah.
Most about too.
Yeah, but I think people enjoy that more too.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, they like when I talk with them.
Yeah, because again, it's
I could feel the energy. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
but that's why people come to the show.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I put out a crowdwork special on YouTube. You guys can check it out too. Called Talk Story.
Yes.
Where I do that the whole time. So.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, again, that's what people want to see from Tumua.
Yeah.
And they wait for your skits too. Everybody likes your skits.
Yeah,
and you dress up and do all that different stuff too. So again, but that's how it works with social media, man. Your YouTubes and all those different things, all those different channels mean something.
It is, yeah.
When other people and companies want to work with you, like, okay, what are your analytics?
Yeah.
What are your impressions and these different things, right? They want to know.
Do you think? How do you think your life would be different if they had social media back then? Because you were doing all this marketing without social media.
Yeah, good and bad, right?
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. My friends and I from high school, it's like
if we had
iPhones, it was like, it'd be good. Like, I don't know if I want everything documented that went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But I like it though because again, I kind of use my Instagram and my social for like an archive of my life. Because a lot of people archive stuff because they have so much. I'm like, I'm going to roll till I die, so at least my kids will have something to come back and look through. You know what I mean? Could scroll through everything that Dad posted.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things too. You're being a new dad. It's kind of this is the fun phase, right? And I had my fun single and did all those different things. Now, being a dad, I think it's I don't know if it was Joe Rogan said it, but he was like, "You're what you want your legacy to be." So someone asked you what do you want your legacy to be? What would you say? What would you say?
Just I don't know. Just make sure probably bring it back to my kids. Make sure that my kids is more successful than
the best thing.
myself.
Yeah, the best thing is you want your kids to know you're a good dad.
Yeah.
That's what my legacy is, because again, everybody dies, money goes away,
Right.
and what you have left is memories.
Yeah.
And with more money, you could make more memories. You could do different things with memories. But again, it's really the time you spend with your kids, your family, and the memories and things you make, because that's all they're going to have to talk about when you're gone, right? So really, I want to be known as my kids say he was a good dad.
Yeah. He was the best
That's my
dad.
goal, because the memories, because they're going to talk about with their kids, oh, remember when dad did this? Remember when dad did that? That's my legacy, right?
Yeah.
That's legacy.
Leave that impact on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the players I coached, they'll have stories to tell about me. Opportunities I gave them, they'll have a story to tell about me.
Yeah.
You know? But that's memories, right?
Yeah.
That's all you have to go by.
Right, right.
The legacy is the memories you make with the people you want to make them with.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, it starts now. Oh, for me, it starts now too, because my baby's
yeah, you're
9
in the
months.
You're in the fun spot.
Yeah.
You're in the earlier. You're in the irrelevant stage, because it's all about mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. You'll have fun later.
Yeah.
It gets better, but right now you're irrelevant.
Right.
It's all mom and all those different things. And that's how it's
That's
going
true,
to be.
though.
Oh, 100% it is. Trust me. That's
Maybe
why
when they get like around like age 5, 6, then it kind of
they get a little bit. They get their own personality.
Yeah,
and they kind of
yeah.
they go through the different.
and they get
different
more
stages.
stuck to the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it just it kind of goes. And it's the same thing too. Your daughter, you're going to be the first love.
Yeah.
What you want to set the example. What she wants to look for. The
Yeah.
bar you want her to hold everybody to.
Yeah.
A lot of implications you don't really think about.
Right.
In life until you have it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still growing.
And it's crazy too, because everybody talks about, you have a certain amount of time with your kids, and when you hit 18, they don't come and see you in that. I mean, my daughter's 21, and
she still comes see you.
yes,
Yeah.
my son's 19, and it's still,
Yeah.
So for me, they say, oh, cut the cord. It's like, cut what cord?
Yeah. You don't have
Like they
cut
want to be
anything.
around, so it's like,
Yeah.
why would I not want you to be around?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's a little different. I mean, people have different opinions of that.
Right.
So I think it's how they were raised.
Yeah,
You
same
know
with
what I
me.
mean?
I still see my
Like,
parents.
your
Rachel's will
your
see
parents
her
are the best, because
parents
your parents are the
Yeah.
best. They come to the shows and are right there. And,
Yeah.
I talked to my mom every day before she passed.
Yeah.
So again, it doesn't matter. Like if it's, people say you're 18, I get out of my house.
Yeah.
I want my door to be open all the time, anytime. You know what I mean?
All you 39-year-old boys
so-
at
yeah,
home, that's
so-
okay. Stay
it's
home.
okay, it's okay.
Don't even move out.
Stop spending OnlyFans. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. There's different people that do things for different reasons.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But keep your kids around for as long as you can. It's
for
okay.
sure.
You know what I mean?
For
Love
sure.
your kids. Love the family.
Yeah.
Because everybody has drama. It's sad sometimes when you get the family drama and people you thought were supposed to do things the right way don't.
Yeah, life is too short.
family has it.
There's
Life's
no
too
time.
short, 100%.
There's no time for that. Yeah.
Yeah, life is short, so do things that make you happy. Because if you're miserable for what, you're
Yeah.
here for a short time.
Yep.
Not if there's other ways to make money and do things.
Yeah.
Do things that make you happy, where you get to enjoy and make memories with people you want to make them with.
100%.
That's the best thing. Best advice I could give people.
Yeah, that's
do
great.
something that makes you happy, that you enjoy doing.
Uh-huh.
Not something you do it because you make a lot of money.
Yeah. The best job is a job that you love, enjoy doing.
Sure.
Whatever that quote
And
was.
you're getting paid to do this, and
Yeah.
you're a football player. Put a whole buff and blue. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. Never thought I would be a comedian.
Never thought you'd be a comedian, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, I'm sure you enjoy what you do.
Yeah. But again, I mean, it was nothing where I just kind of said, I want to do this. This is kind of just what I fell into.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I could do this with these people. And people are like, hey, you want to do this for me? So
That's
it's really,
the best thing.
it's
Like,
really
I just
by
fell into
association.
this
It's organic.
job too. Yeah.
It's organic.
Yeah.
You're a storyteller. you
Right.
know. I just do things, I help people I help other people achieve dreams, achieve
Yeah.
what they want to do. That's kind of, guess what my gift is, being a people person and understanding the room and the situation.
What is it? The connector.
Yeah,
or
the plug.
Yeah.
The plug.
The bridge that goes over.
The bridge that goes over, yeah. So
yeah.
and it's kind of fun too, because I'll bring people in different genres and categories
Yeah.
and different lifestyles and kind of bring them together with, It's like politics. They say politics makes for strange bedfellows. Like people that get in politics, different realms to get things done. That's kind of how those things go,
It's I mean, you're
That's life.
doing it. It is life. Yeah, and
It's
you're
life.
doing a great job at it.
Look,
too.
we're in here in Hawaii having a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This podcast came because you're a comedian, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So it's kind of dope.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy this space.
Yeah.
They don't know how it looks behind here, but it's like a
No, it's
100
fun.
yards deep.
And it's fun because now you got shout out to our jeweler, MSK.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the Rolex and all fun stuff. So that's kind of like me. Before lifestyle
Yeah,
marketing,
you helped me get my first diamond chain.
Everybody was like, what do you do? It's like, well, I'm like the ambassador of fun. Like if you need a jeweler, you need to get into a show, you need a restaurant reservation, you know what I mean? It's just there was no kind of titles like, oh, you need something, I'll take care of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the man to hit up.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. Yeah, right.
Where you want to shout out your socials, or where can they?
Oh, it's at JNeil8
on Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah,
TikTok's same too, but TikTok I use that for like information. Like everybody uses different platforms for different things. Yeah. It's kind of like X and
TikTok
Twitter.
is just
X and Twitter is like you look at for certain things.
Yeah,
but it's like that's like uncharted. Like that's unregulated. Twitter's
Yep.
Twitter's wild. You can see all kind of stuff. Twitter's wild. Instagram and that is kind of like the main thing. Facebook is
JNeil8.
JNeil8.
Yeah.
Facebook is for the old people.
Yep.
To have for your aunties and uncles.
TikTok is younger.
TikTok
Facebook
is
old.
younger.
Instagram's in between.
Snapchat is because different.
You have Snapchat?
No, I had no
You
Snapchat.
had.
Yeah.
Can I say it on camera? Yeah.
Yeah, no, Snapchat. Well, on Snapchat, the kids use Snapchat as advantages, yeah? So it's like, people
Well,
use
someone
different...
told me like Snapchat is like where it's. I had a Snapchat before, but I don't have it now. But this guy came to me at the Comedy Store show.
Mm-hmm.
He came up
What's
to me,
your
some LA guy,
Yeah.
and he's like, I work for like
Snapchat?
I work. I don't know if he works for Snapchat, but he works with a lot of Snapchat guys.
Yeah.
He's like, here's my email. You should get on Snapchat. Like we can like get you paid to do these monetize snaps or whatever. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's different. Again, the kids use different things. It's like trying to
yeah.
get the pulse of what everybody's using.
yeah, So I might try to look back into that. But I don't even know. Is Snapchat big now? You guys can.
You guys could chime in on
Yeah,
that. It's kind of funny. So I always say that as long as I could walk on UH campus with the backpack and no one looks at me like I'm too old to be there, like I'm, you know what I mean? It's funny because a few years back when, you remember Keelan Evilico?
Oh yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, so Keelan, so I helped him out too. But it was funny. So I actually had a meeting in the licensing office with the lady there, and I'm walking on campus, and next thing you know, my phone's blowing up. He was taking pictures of me. He goes, "Oh, Uncle, you're on campus." And he's taking a picture of me, and I'm walking on campus with the backpack. Keelan's my guy.
Keelan's hilarious.
Keelan, hit me up, bro. I'm here.
Yeah, he's here right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he works.
He works at
Hawaii Power.
Hawaiian Electric.
Hawaiian
or something.
Electric. Yep.
Yeah. He got electrocuted a few years ago.
Did he? Well, I don't know why he's Lolo, but yeah, I don't know. That's how Keelan is, bro.
You're not the brightest tool in the toolbox.
Keelan's my guy. I coached him in the Polynesian All-American game.
Yeah.
So I took care of him and a couple of the Kahuku guys, Kave and some different people. So
yeah,
took
great
care of those
athlete.
guys. Oh,
fast.
he was a good player.
Yeah, they tried him all over different positions.
Oh, he's super
quarterback,
athletic,
receiver, safety.
Yeah, he beat.
Yeah.
So he beat Shane's 100-meter record, but it was wind aided. So Shane still has the 100-meter record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But Keelan beat it, but they said it was wind aided.
Yeah. I never talked to him in a while. But shout out to Keelan.
I got to hit you, Keelan. You said same number. Hit me, Keelan.
Probably, yeah.
Same girlfriend.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, same maybe. Hit me.
Oh, wife now. I did their I emceed their wedding.
Oh, they got married.
Yeah,
Didn't
and he
even
has
know.
a kid too.
Okay. Uncle, take care of him. Tell you.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for being on this podcast.
I appreciate
man.
the opportunity, man. We've been talking about doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Finally get a chance.
But now that you're here for
a
2 months.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Hotel bills racking up for sure,
Shout out to
Outrigger.
Yeah, Outrigger.
Outrigger.
You're not gonna say which one. You guys don't want no creepers coming up to you.
Go Reef Monkey Pod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monkey Pod's dope in there too.
Yeah.
They get the music and stuff in there too. Yeah.
But yeah,
hey, shout out to my boy Kevin Wong. I got to get this shirt. Roberta Oaks.
Kevin Wong.
Yeah, Kevin Wong's a manager at the GM of the Monkey Pod at the Outrigger, so it's dope.
Oh.
But all he wears is these shirts. So like, where'd you get these Aloha shirts?
What brand is that?
Roberta Oaks. She get a shop in Chinatown.
Okay.
Just spent like $600.
Yeah.
Like 4 shirts. So I had to wear one today.
It looks nice. Yeah. Any other shout outs?
No, just YK. That's why we're here. So this is our bridge.
Yeah.
The YK. The Jordans.
Yeah.
Reg, we got to get him a package, Reg.
Got to, yeah.
We're going to get him a package, with the J's, get him on the program a little bit.
Shout out to your son, JJ.
JJ, yeah.
Got a lot of UH fans here, so be on the lookout for him.
Yeah, number 8 in both sports.
Number 8, yeah. The new quarterback of Hawaii.
Quarterback, and plays all he hits. I mean, that kid.
Yeah.
It's been it's kind of crazy to see. just take the parent out of it and just objectively look and just this. I don't know where this journey is going to take him. Excited to see.
Yeah, I mean the opportunity is there.
Yeah, excited to see.
Yeah,
for the most part. And again, he gets to run an offense that he's run for 3 years.
The run
and
shoot.
Actually longer. Yeah, same terminology stuff. So that's what he's
got him already.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, bro. Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Good. Get some lunch now. Shout out to Kimchi 2.
Kimchi 2 is coming.
Kimchi
lunch
2
trio.
is
Lunch trio.
That's one of the best chicken katsu I ever had. And out of
the
all
sauce.
the kimchis, out of all the 7
That's the
kimchis,
one.
I like number 2 the best.
Two
and the
is
sauce.
the best, 100%.
Yeah.
Because last time we came, remember, always closed Tuesday. So one time we came last time, Tuesday, let's go. Oh, we had to go to another one. I'm not going to say the number, but
It wasn't the same.
I
was disappointed.
Wasn't the same.
It's funny because
if you check my story, go back and look at which one.
The number was kimchi 7.
Yeah, it's all about the 2. Kimchi 2.
No, but people said that like kimchi 7 is like the best one out of the kimchi.
No way.
But I don't think so either.
No way.
It's either I think kimchi 1 is good too. Kimchi 1 in Kaneohe on the east side.
I haven't been.
Yeah.
Remember we got to go hit them all. We got to do something. We got to hit them all and get the same thing, kind of rate them.
Yeah.
We
But
got to do
kimchi
that.
2 is good.
Yeah. Because that story too with Jimmy Aloha was a good friend for a long time.
Yeah. I never met.
So that was always my first stop. Whenever we fly in, my first stop there. Even
Kimchi
before
2.
go Zippy's already was always Kimchi 2.
Yeah.
And he would, Jimmy, for a Korean guy, he was the most moke talking guy ever. Like he was more moke than moke. I was like, whoa. Always wear Ed Hardy.
Yeah.
Ed Hardy, all the bedazzled jeans and then slippers, and he would just be in there chilling. Always give fish and mandu and different stuff out for free to the table, but always.
Yeah.
'Cause, Jimmy did all kinds of stuff.
A lot of the entertainers used to.
Yeah, he did a lot of
yeah.
different shows, and he had his hand into a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So I met him through my good friend Jackie Booter, who did Barefoot League. So Barefoot League was basically like the big brand on Island when
I
Cole
remember
Brennan and
that.
those guys, it was like the hot brand,
Yeah.
and then
It kind of went downhill.
yeah,
though,
because they'd stop with the designs.
Yeah.
So basically, what Hawaii's Finest is now is what Barefoot was and could have
Barefoot
been.
Yeah.
That was for the masses. It was the designs for the masses. Up to
Yeah.
5X,
Yeah.
For the locals.
5X, gotta
you have to. But
5X.
so that was fun. So I got to take care. I took care of Colt, got him the agent, and helped him all throughout. Colt, Devon, Ryan,
Yeah.
Greg, K. Aloha, Alex Green, all those guys. I kind of helped them all, advise them during their run here, during the run and shoot stuff.
Oh.
So I've been kind of embedded in this whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, I remember
been
Barefoot.
fun.
That's when I was a kid, Barefoot League. But I remember
they had the
Colt
shop.
Brennan and them.
They had
They
the
all.
shop right over there on Safeway on Kapahulu
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
It's vacant now, but it's still.
Yeah.
I drive past it all the time. I'm like, oh, that's Barefoot.
Yeah. Such a good name.
But Jackie's good though. Jackie does all kind of stuff for the youth, all these camps. So we help support him with YK and that. So he's just a good solid guy, solid brother. Shout out Jackie.
Shout you out. But yeah, that's I guess that we could wrap that up right there. We go head to lunch already. then.
Lunchtime.
Yeah.
Kimchi too.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys on the next episode.
All right.
All right.